This episode is brought to you by InstantPodcastLeader.com, the leading platform to launch your podcast in 48 hours and make it profitable. Get your free audiobook and free web class at InstantPodcastLeader.com/web class. Hi, I'm Janisha Alora, founder of Soul Rich Woman, the #1 leading female entrepreneur network in Southeast Asia, supporting 1 million women to own and love the F word. Fabulous, freedom, financial independence, and happy family. Alone, you are strong. Together, we are unstoppable. Welcome to my show. Hello, gorgeous, and thank you so much for listening to my podcast, Soul Why. I really appreciate it. Make sure you're following me on social media as well. I'm at Janisha Alora on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and LinkedIn at GENECIAALLUORA. Or find me at soulrichwoman.com. And share with me your stories because I love hearing your aha moments about these episodes, and it's going to be super fun. And in today's episode, I want to share with you the honest assessment of your business. Start your business for the freedom of time now, and you are tired of the hustle and grind, and you're always asking yourself, there has got to be a better way. And that's why you're here, listening to Soul Why Secrets of the Soul Rich Woman Blueprint. So I want to share with you this topic because we're going to come back to reality. I hear people who are frustrated, they're fed up, they're feeling sad, they are not quite sure where they're going in their business. I want to share with you, this is really normal, by the way. I have this myself all the time because, hey, we are not robots. We are human beings. Naturally, we have emotions, we have stories that we create in our minds, and there are things that's happening. For example, you tend to make stories about your business. I'm not good enough. I'm not ahead enough. I am not in the top 5. I am not #1. Nobody likes me. I suck. I don't deserve success. Blah, blah, blah. So, if you're feeling a little bit down right now, if you have hit an income plateau or an income flat line, you know what? It's time for you to take a pause to see where you are really at in your business. Then you can give yourself permission to go to the next level. Whenever I hit an income plateau, I make up stories too. I'm not good enough. I think I need to go for another photo shoot, kind of to distract myself. I need to do this and do that. It's kind of bringing myself away from the main thing. Or sometimes you say that, oh, I'm not going to make this amount, and maybe I've just lost my mojo. Nobody likes me. And then you start to spiral downwards the rabbit hole. Even sometimes people around you don't help. They'll say, hey, it's time to get a job. You should quit your business. You're not suitable to be an entrepreneur. You know what? When you tell yourself all these horror stories, I'm not meant to be successful in business, and when people around you are also not acknowledging that you're feeling stuck, it's going to be really tough. So I know it sounds really stressful and you don't really need to hear this again because you feel stuck. And I just want to say that you have the permission, my permission, that you can regroup and do it again. Hey, realign. I don't want you to go down the negative spiral, rabbit hole, and then you go deep into depression or into a space where you totally lost yourself. So I just want to say that I'm here to help you, and you are here to help people. And that's why you set up the business to make more money and have an amazing life, to be a soul rich woman, be fabulous, have freedom, financial independence, and happy family, and every single thing on your dream board. So the purpose of this episode is to give you a really honest assessment of where you're at, what you can improve, and where you can go from here today, from where you are now to where you want to be much, much faster. Now, the very question for you today will be, how many people have you helped recently? Now, I know it sounds weird. You might think, hey, I don't touch anybody. I don't help people per se. I mean, I just do my business, my skincare, my products, my crystals, my tarot card reading, or my F&B business. But you know what? It's the number of people who have been influenced by your work, inspired by your work, maybe your live stream, maybe your skincare business, whatever that may be, you would have inspired them one way or another. And this is where knowing your numbers is a key part of the assessment, okay? Because eyeballs means business. Bums on your chair means business. Okay, numbers game is business. It's not because you need to see everybody as a number, you see everything as a number, but statistically, you need to have a certain amount of people to be aware of who you are, that you exist, to know where you come from and what exactly you have to offer in order for you to get those sales. Otherwise, where are those sales going to come from? How are you going to grow your business, isn't it? So when you do come across these numbers, it's very easy to think like, oh, nobody likes me. Just because you don't have a lot of followers. And look, everyone starts from zero, all right? It's just that not many people have seen your offer, and statistics do play out because not everyone needs your offer at the same time. So having these numbers just give you a very honest overall view of how many people really sees you, and then finally deciding that they want to purchase your offer. So it's kind of like, marketing your business and then manifesting clients at the same time. I think when you are looking at your numbers and you say, oh, but I really need a big number. Is it that I must have a huge number? Then I might consider it successful. Now, that's not the case because you might not have giant goals, but it's a reality in business that you do need people to see who you are, that you exist, and the offers that you have. Okay, so that's a bit of reality check. So you can record a couple of things. For example, social media platforms are important if that's where your customers hang out. Every single month, we do check in on where we are at with our social media numbers, our podcast numbers, our live streaming numbers, and also many other different numbers, okay? So these are places that you can have some stuff that you are dipping in and looking at these platforms. Now, one word will be you don't need to be on every single social media platform. But in those places that you have, it's like you need to nurture the house that you built. So you kind of need to renovate, or you need to, doll it up a little bit. And if even it's not growing as fast as you like, then put in more effort to that. For example, you have YouTube. Then you can check the number of YouTube subscribers or your Instagram followers, your TikTok views, whatever that may be. All these numbers can add together because they are potential customers, and it's really good to see that. Another thing will be your website visitors. How many people actually visited your sales page, visited your website in general, how many people listening to your podcast, your podcast is in how many countries. All these are important as well. Now, this might bring up some money blocks for you or mindset issues for you. For example, oh, my numbers is lousy. Oh, people are leaving. People are unsubscribing. Oh, I don't want people to see me. I suck. So that's where all these noises will start to appear if you are not careful. And these are issues, the exact ones that we need to work on. So uncovering some of these mindset issues that we need to work on will help you to go further in this assessment of your business. Or sometimes you might go, wow, I actually have some visibility stuff that I need to dig into a little bit more. What's behind that? What am I afraid of? What money blocks are coming up around this? Because data is data, statistics are statistics, but it is just the meaning. It's just the meaning that we give to these statistics and the data. They are just numbers, all right? There's no feelings or emotions to that. So we just need to be more objective in this area. Okay? All right. And you know that you could have 1 million people visit your website, but if they're not the right people, that doesn't matter either. You get the point. So when you see these numbers, you're like, okay, they're just not people seeing that. Then you ask yourself, how many people am I touching? How many people am I reaching out in various forms? And these data might also give you ideas of where you're not going to put your time, or where you're going to put your time. So for me, I don't get a lot of interest from Pinterest or Twitter, so I don't even spend time on these two platforms. My main focus is always on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. So literally, I'm spending time in these areas. So you're going to have people on your team who's helping you with these things as well. And if the investment is worth it, hey, just go for it. And remember this, what gets measured gets done. What gets measured gets improved. All right. So if you want to go even further in this, you can really dive deeper, but I don't really go too or so deep because this is not exactly my area of interest as an entrepreneur. But you know what? I just roughly have to know, and I give it to my people to handle the rest of the stuff. Okay. Now, if your Facebook page also is another place for you to look into as well. So remember, these are statistics. There are places that can really give you that guidance, okay? And don't be afraid of going deeper into these numbers. I know you're like, oh my God, Janisha, why are you talking about numbers and social media and people on my Instagram? I start from zero. I have nobody. I don't know how I can grow this. I'm so invisible. Okay, now all these monsters are coming out, isn't it? So it's time to work on these things. And that is why assessing where you are starting out will help. Okay. So don't get too overwhelmed with this episode, because this is just helping you to bring these into your awareness so you can be aware of it. Everyone says this in marketing, but sometimes we forget. In this day and age, even data doesn't look so sexy, but in this day and age, data is key. And another part we might want to look into is our newsletter, especially these days where deliverability can be hard. People's inboxes are very crowded, and it's very important to own your traffic. Traffic meaning the number of subscribers in your email marketing list. So this is where you own it, right? When you own your traffic, it is king. You are the king. You are the queen. If one of your social media platforms decides that it has been hacked, or they have to delete you, or they remove you from the platform, hey, what happened to all your followers, right? That's why for me, I always believe don't put all your email marketing list or your marketing into one basket. You need to track your data. Who do you have on your email list? What kind of statistics or data do you have of your consumers? Like for me, when I do live streaming and we have customers buying from us, is it buying our crystals or is it buying our skincare products? We do keep a spreadsheet with all our customers' data, and we handle it very carefully because these are very important for us to continue to nurture them so that they continue to be hot in my marketing channels. And it also gives you the opportunity to tell people that you're doing all the things that you're doing in your newsletters, and these newsletters can have a call to action. Okay, so like for example, you talk about feng shui, you talk about zodiacs, you talk about the horoscopes, you talk about the Mercury retrograde, or you talk about tarot card reading this week. There's this card that's specific in the energy. And if you need help in this topic, here's how you can work with me. So then you can put a link to your calendar, a link in your book, a link to your product. For example, even if you sell skincare, you can then put that link to that product as well. So don't be afraid to always have a call to action in these newsletters, because these give your people an opportunity to speak with you. I really love tracking newsletter list, and growing this database is, when we grow this, it is super awesome. Okay. So another thing that people are afraid of are always the unsubscribing, right? You are thinking, oh, Janisha, I don't want to do newsletter because there's so many people who unsubscribe. They join my Telegram channel and they're leaving, up and comes down, because the law says what goes up must come down. And then you cry, and then you feel depressed, and then you beat yourself up all over again. So I just want to say this. If you have to, make sure you are not going backwards, okay? Because every time you send out an email or post something in your Telegram, or so-called in your subscribers list, there will always be 1% of people who unsubscribed. It's normal. Just track that, okay? You are always going to find new people, fresh people. Because if not, then then there's no way your business is growing, and confirm you are stagnant. Now, I don't need you to track your unsubscribe, because it's just normal, okay? It's really just normal. Don't just get obsessed about the wrong thing and you beat yourself all over it. Don't get obsessed with open rates and then how many people click. Okay, breathe in and breathe out. Okay. Now, I find that most open rates average about 25%, which feels really low. Now, it's not always the same 25%, because sometimes people just don't see it that day and they don't know you, or the subject line doesn't get them. Anyway, I would not be bogged down with it. So, hey, don't worry about that, okay? So, I'm just going to be really honest. That consistency of showing up, being someone that is there for your people, when you just keep showing up, they will eventually respond to you. So you don't care what people think. Just be consistent and, build a presence in their lives. Okay. And also, let's say for podcast. Now, if you are not putting out content, it's really hard to attract new people. Now, and if you're always changing topics every 5 seconds or every single episode, it's going to be very hard for people to build your like trust, okay, to work with you or to follow you for whatever reason that you are able to contribute. So just being consistent, number one, having that content that is also pretty much consistent to your personal brand or to your brand, to who you are, how you're showing up. Okay. And the next part is to check on your social media. Am I posting on social media regularly, like on YouTube or on TikTok or on LinkedIn? Now, all these areas are stuff that you want to be looking into in order for you to grow. Another part would be how many offers have you made recently? How many calls to action have you put out there for people to buy from you? It's not just about posting and posting. There must be a call to action somewhere. Okay, because some people think that it's just they think that newsletter or social media is just giving, and it's wrong to take. So that's where your monsters are triggered. That's where you need to deal with your money blocks, right? It's kind of to give people the next step, whether is it on your social media or is it your newsletter. So I want to share with you that you can really work on your mindset issues, and if there's a lot of the monsters that is coming up, okay? So as for call to action, people are always needing to be directed. It's not a bad thing. I mean, people are busy, right? People are lazy. People need to be told the next step. So like, for example, if you like my podcast and you like to work with me on your money mindset issues, come on over to soulrichwoman.com and find out about my money mindset coaching, okay, or my Soul Rich Woman Blueprint program, and come and join us. Now, it doesn't have to be sleazy. It's just telling people the next step. If you send out a tarot card reading, okay, or an astrology newsletter every single week, at the end of each one, you've got one astrology session or one tarot card reading for them, and say, hey, this is how you can get your own reading. Now, if you like this is how you can book me for one. It's okay to tell people how they can get to you, all right? Just put the link there. Don't make people guess or second guess how to get you. Hey, you should go to the website and just check it out yourself. No, just put the link and let people buy it. Be direct. Give people the opportunity to work with you. You might want to track a few other things around your sales. For example, how many people visit your sales page or booked in a free consultation, ask your free report. So all these are very important. You got to get honest with yourself, okay? Hopefully this is motivating for you, not demotivating. I just want you to see that you are worthy of your success. This is part of mindset. This is part of money mindset, right? So it's not just about numbers and too many things and too little. It's not about that or how good you are. It's more about how worthy you are, how worthy you can be, and you deserve to be rich because you add value to people's lives. So my final thought for today is, maybe you feel a little bit attacked, or you feel like, oh my God, this episode is so boring. I don't want to do statistics. I don't want to look at numbers. I don't want to have development of my platforms. But you know what? It's just a safe place for you to be reminded to look at the reality of your business. And it is safe for you to look at the numbers. They are not beyond you. You may not fully comprehend all the dashboards because all the platforms are always changing consistently. We just need to learn how to embrace them. Okay. And it might give you some money mindset issues that you can go and work on, but you really deserve business success. You really do. And when you can make those little tweaks and improvements and get honest with yourself about it's okay for you to tell people about your business, and it is safe for you to look at your business. It is safe for you to be visible, and it is safe for you to run it really well. All right? Hey, gorgeous! I can help you to build your dreams. Now you can work with me in my Money Mindset coaching program and mastermind community, Soul Rich Woman. The more you surround yourself with inspiring, successful, and supportive people, the more you'll feel safe to dream. Let's clear all the old stories, beliefs, and sabotages that are stopping you, holding you back, and making you go round and round in circles, and not allowing you to create your soul-rich life. Fabulous, freedom, financial independence, and a happy family. It's fun and practical. That is SoulRichWoman.com, or simply email us at hello@soulrichwoman.com. So, come and join us.